Hey guys, welcome back to Mishbuck Crochet. I'm Bree, and today is day 9 of Stitchmas. I mean, we are so close to Christmas. Crazy. Anyways, so today I've got a little bit of an update. I've got my Advent thing, and we'll just kind of go from there. So I don't have anything too major planned to say. We're just going to roll with it. So without further ado, let's get into it. Let me go ahead and grab this and we'll open up together and see what's inside. Hopefully it'll be something to cheer me up. I've got a hot chocolate in my new cup that I got the other day, and let me tell you, I appreciate the thought and I think this is so pretty and everything, but let me tell you, it is hard to drink out of, and your drink does not stay cold for very long. So I would not recommend that. I mean, I hate to be negative, but I'm not going to tell you, something is great if it's not great. I'm just not going to do it. Oh, this is cool. I think I know exactly what this is. Safety Eye Size Tool. Oh, wow. But I love the color of that, too. That's even better than the one I was looking at before. Oh, that is so cool. Okay, let's open this up. So this, I have been looking at this for a minute. So when you go to make like amigurumi things and you buy, like I've been the person who's bought like the pack that's like a bunch of different like sizes on Amazon, and then they come and they're not labeled. I've been that person. That is so frustrating. Well, this, you go ahead and you take your eyeballs and you put it in and figure out what size they actually are. So this way you don't have to guess anymore. And I didn't know it was going to be like silicone. Like I've looked at these before and I've always thought that like they were like kind of like a harder plastic. I mean, still flexible, like not like not like stiff, but I didn't expect it to be more like a rubber mat. This is really cool. All right, well, let me go grab some eyeballs and let's go test this out. I'll be right back. Okay, so I am back with our measuring tool, ruler. Here's something I didn't notice though right away, that the holes actually start off at 10 millimeter and go to 30 millimeter. So if you've got like eyes that are on the smaller side, which I feel like the most common sizes I'm using are the bigger sizes typically, but sometimes, I'm using the little ones. Like the little ones are not gonna work with this unless you use like the ruler part, which, I mean, I'm not sure of the accuracy. I'm assuming it's, should be fairly accurate. So we'll see. Now, I'm going to go ahead and try it out here. So it doesn't fit the 10, 11, 12, 13. Okay, 14. We're getting a little closer. And if I forced it, it would go through, but I think that's because this is stretchy. And it nestles right into this hole, which is the 15. Now, I would say logically though that it would be the one that you could actually move it through. It shouldn't stop it. This is supposed to be a 15 millimeter, and if I force it, it's going to go through, but it actually doesn't. The 16, but it's a little loose in the 16. So I think that this measuring tool is not going to be extremely accurate, but I do believe it would give you a rough idea of the size. So I don't fully trust it to give me, like, if my life depended on it, I'm not using this. Because, yeah, this is the first one I'm trying with you. And 15 millimeter, yeah, that's not going to work. Because, like I said, I have the package right in the little box. It measures 15. And the little measuring tool is telling me that it's like between a 15 and 16. Now, is that actually the measuring tool or is it the manufacturer? Who knows? All right, so I'm going to grab out one of these other eyeballs. These are supposed to be, just a moment here, let me set this. I got to put the back in there, or else I won't be able to find it later. Okay, these are supposed to be also a 15 millimeter. So let me see if these actually, because if this is also 15 millimeter, just like the other ones, then I should have the same issue technically. I should, get to the 15 and it doesn't fit. Okay, same thing. So let me come from this side so you can kind of see it. Like, I have to kind of push and wiggle. So I guess, like, if I was trying to figure out what size this was, and I know, well, I can get it through that one, push and wiggle, it's probably a 15, because the 16's too loosey-goosey. So, yeah, it would give me an idea. Now, I will say this one does seem like it's sliding more easily. The other one I had to force more. So is that a matter of going from the front to the back? Maybe. But yeah, that would give me an idea. Now, here's something I want to mention. This I also came with like a measuring tape. I don't know where I dropped it. Apparently I dropped it somewhere, because I'm not seeing it here. Yeah, this came with a little cheapo measuring tape with it. I forgot to mention that. I got so excited about this. Something that, you know, I've heard crocheters say, and that I never really thought about, is if you, depending on how long you have these, how much you use them, how much you're putting force on them, these will stretch over time, and it will throw everything off a little bit. So I imagine, even like this is pretty stiff, something like this, if you're really pulling on it, using it a lot, over time you're going to need to replace it just to make sure it's still accurate. So that's just a little, you know, just a little food for thought, a little tidbit, you know, I kind of want to throw out there. I think this is going to work pretty good for me. I wouldn't, you know, I wouldn't bet my life on it or anything, but I would say this should give me a pretty decent idea if I have like a random eyeball I find, or, you know, like my eyeballs get, you know, that, like this container, I've got like this container I've talked about earlier. If like this got knocked off and I had to like sort them all and try and figure out the sizes, like this would give me a decent idea of what I'm looking at for sizes. So yeah, I'm pretty happy with this, and I like the idea that it's like a silicone thing versus that more stiff plastic. Because this I'm going to be able to throw in my bag, take it on the go, and it's just going to kind of squish in wherever I put it. Unlike the other one, that's a lot more rigid. So they each have their own, you know, their own uses and pros and cons. For me personally, I think that this style, the silicone, is going to work better. So that's all I have to say about that today. I will see you tomorrow for, wow, we're going to be hitting double digits. That's crazy. Anyway, so until next time, though, take care.